Who was Freud?
People like to know things, and they like to be certain that the things that they read about are accurate.
We need online reference resources that are as simple and easy to use as the other types of resources that students are accustomed to using.
Tell me about tigers.
What Oxford Reference does, it cuts through all of the noise online and gives you answers with authority.
Oxford has centuries of reputation for intellectual quality. Material that it produces is produced by people who have studied the subject, thought about the subject for a long time and deeply.
What you're getting in an Oxford reference work is somebody who is a real expert in the topic explaining it to you, and that gives you a structure and a way of moving forward within that subject. It's actually quite difficult to find when you're coasting around the vastness of the free web.
What the online reference can give is a choice. Why do you want to know this? From what point of view do you want to know this? And give a list of choices. And this is amazing, this is absolutely astounding, because now your search immediately starts to become much more focused.
Reading a short, definitive, authoritative reference entry can give you all kinds of things, not just facts, but the ways in which things are discussed in a particular area.
You will get a lot out of 3 minutes concentrated work on that platform. But for those who wish to or need to, there is then information of much more in-depth material.
We have a huge range of options for libraries, institutions, individual users. They can build really their own reference library.
What it does is allow you to create your own web of associations.
They will be able to make connections, perhaps connections that they hadn't anticipated.
For example, if a user were to search the term Olympics, we would have an overview article. Beneath that, if you wanted a more in-depth article, you might see the article on the Olympic Games from the Encyclopedia of the Modern World. It would have related works and cross-references within it. You might go to a timeline of sports and games. And then in that timeline, you might learn that boxing, for example, was added in 688 BCE. And you might see a related article on boxing. In quotations, you might read that Michael Phelps eats, sleeps, and swims, and that's all he does. And that's why he wins.
So if you want to continue your journey to almost any level of depth and specialism, you can, from starting in Oxford Reference, quickly and easily move into a whole range of other Oxford content which will give you far more detail at a more scholarly or research-based level.
People talk about being lost in a book. Here, Oxford Reference gives you the opportunity to be lost in this web of extraordinary material that is so attractive and is so attractively presented.